Hi, lovers. How are you guys doing? My name is Hilma Daniel. Welcome to my channel. And yeah, please do like um, the videos that I've posted. You can also go and watch the videos that I've posted in the past on different topics so that we learn together. I'm willing to learn from you, and you should be willing to learn from me as well, so that we just grow mentally. Enjoy. We just want to grow mentally, and yeah, learn a thing or two from these videos. So please do feel free to talk to me in the comments down below. And yeah, when I'm free, when I get time, I can always respond and talk to you as well, and then we learn. I really am willing to learn. Yeah, when I'm also putting this down here for our children's in future to take a thing or two. When we are not here anymore, then they can always look back at the videos and learn a thing or two. um, you know Guys, I feel the need to talk and discuss something that really I see going on, and I see how unfair it is to children's, and it's quite it's quite a challenge. And I want us to have a discussion, guys. Let us gather here, parents, all of us. um, Let us gather here as parents. I want to talk about family members not talking to one another. um, Family members not talking to one another. I mean, parents not talking to one another. um, Mothers not talking to grandmothers. um, um, Sisters-in-laws not talking to one another. Brothers-in-laws not talking to one another. Sisters not talking to one another. Brothers not talking to one another. Daughters-in-laws not talking to mothers-in-laws, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so forth, and so on. Yeah. um Guys, I really come here because I need us to really have a discussion. And this is my 2 cents, and I need you to come down and also give me your 2 cents on what you think about this whole situation. Can we make it possible for us to have good relationships with one another? Why do I say this? It's because these things affect kids in future. And can we make decisions putting into consideration our kids? Let me give you a scenario. When a mother, because some of the relationships that we are breaking, we are making it difficult for the children either to love the people, to mingle with the people, or to have relationships with the people. And guys, it's just weird. It came to my thinking these days to say that, do you know how many chances you give to your partner in general? If you are married woman or a married man, do you know how many chances you give to your wife or your husband when they wrong you? Do you know how many times you forgive your partner when they wrong you? If we can try to forgive other people as well when they do us wrong, the world is gonna be a better place. But I'm not here promoting abuse. I'm not here promoting abuse of any kind. I'm just talking about generally. So normal disappointments of life, where you are talking to one another and then you throw a bad word that have made your partner feel bad, you forgive them. But if your sister-in-law or your mother-in-law says something bad that you are not happy with, then you are angry, and then you are angry, you don't forget, you don't forgive. Why really am I bringing this as a topic? I'm bringing this as a topic to say, can we maybe relook at this? Can we maybe relook at this? These things that we are doing, and for the sake of the children's, and try to avoid unnecessary dramas, because some people like creating dramas from nowhere. It's like you are just out here creating dramas that are not even supposed to be created. And can we also try our level best to stop entertaining dramas? Because sometimes dramas won't happen that much when you don't entertain them. And plus also, maturely learn to sit with people and tell them when to get off. Maturely, with respect. You call the person, you don't call them, you simply just let them misbehave for a while, and then you go like, respectfully so, I see you are doing ABC, and do you see how this is going to affect these kids that we are producing here or making here? And where how then do you have relationships with kids when we are not talking? In life, there are people, I picked up that, why am I making this video? It's because I personally picked up that there's some family members that like dramas, unnecessary dramas. And sometimes one just sits and wonder, how can we raise children in this mess? We need to stop. We need to stop creating dramas. We need to stop creating unnecessary things just for the sake of the children. And with this said, I really want to say the thing, I even visited one woman yesterday, and I took my child there. I went with my baby. I visited my favorite woman. She's really my favorite woman, and I found the kids there, and the kids were mingling and they were playing, and it was such a beautiful thing. It takes me back to because this woman is very big, is an elderly lady that I respect so much. She's maybe approaching her 70s, and I love her, so I love taking care of her and visiting her sometimes. And now I took my baby there, and I just looking at the babies playing, the joy in the babies' eyes. They're so happy, and these kids are so innocent. It's us who keeps putting things in their heads. Kids don't know hate, and it was just amazing to watch. Kids don't know hate. All they know is love. They welcome each other. They play with one another. It's us that are introducing hate and unnecessary things. And now and then it really comes back to me to say that sometimes really as elders, we are creating unnecessary dramas. Imagine if you don't speak to your sister-in-law or your brother-in-law. Those kids that you are birthing are cousins. When you as parents are not talking, how then do you send kids, not send, but just make room for kids to know each other and to mingle when you as elders are fighting? When you are not talking to your mother-in-law, how then do you allow kids to go to the mother-in-law and play with to the grandmothers and have relationships with the grandmothers and play with other cousins. How then do you make room for kids to just have a normal, to play? Kids just want to play, guys. They don't want dramas. They just want to play. How then do you make room for the kids to play? When you know, don't talk to your to the father or to the mother of the child, how then do you expect the child to just have a smooth relationship with the mother or with the father? When you don't talk to your sisters, how do you expect your child to have an aunt relationship? You are taking away that from the kids, and that's not fair. That's not fair on the kids, because that's a decision that you two made as elders, not the kids. Now you are putting kids in situations and things that have got nothing to do with them. So really, guys, can we try as much as we can to get along? Can we try as much as we can to build relationships for the children? Just so the children grows up knowing love. Enough with hate. Enough with fightings. Enough with dramas. So the just kids grows up knowing, oh, auntie whoever came up, oh, auntie whoever, mommy, can you please take us to auntie whoever, so that we go spend the day with the cousins. And then you go, while you, the elders, are talking, then the aunties, the kids are playing, then it's days off, and then you go like, okay, let's go home. Okay, mommy, the next weekend we want to go play with daddy, we want to go play with we want to go visit uncle whoever. Then you take the kids there. I don't, with so much that is going on, whatever we are doing, we must do with precaution. So I don't support dumping kids to people's houses so that they go sleep there and then you are at your house. I don't believe in those. With so much rapes and so much satanism and so much dramas going on, no, I don't support that. But I do support in having relationships, so that you can at least take your children with you and then spend the whole day as a family and come back home. That I support in this world. Gone are the days where you can take the kids for the weekend. But I don't think now, you can still do it at your own risk, but I don't think you should, because people are raping people's kids nowadays. We cannot, we have to be extra careful. Trust is a different thing, but just good relationships that we can come together, laugh together, make kids play with other kids. Oh, I saw my baby yesterday playing with other kids, and I was like, oh, it was so nice. It was very nice. It was so nice. Usually it's just one child that are either playing one child. Like the other weekend I went to, they were playing with my sister's child, and I just one child. And yesterday it was different, because I saw 3-4 kids, and then my child. So together it was like 4-5 kids playing, you know, 4-5-6 kids playing in one house, and it was beautiful. And it took me back to my grandparents' moments, where we used to go to my grandparents' house. We used to meet with my cousins and other people, kids, and then we just used to mingle there. It was so beautiful. Those moments were so beautiful. If we can also create such, they were beautiful to me as a child. Those are beautiful childhood memories. People didn't know hate by then. You're just a child, you just want to play. And what is even more beautiful than playing with your relative, rather than taking the kids to school to go play with strangers? That's so beautiful. And really, it just got to me, and I'm like, wow, this is actually nice, eh? It's so nice. And can we fix our relationships, guys? Can we try to keep peace? And can we try to avoid dramas? Some dramas are not necessary, guys. Can we learn to respect each other as human beings? More especially there by in-laws. In-laws can be dramatic unnecessarily. I think this is a topic that we need to talk about separately. Why are in-laws dramatic? Why are in-laws dramatic? Why? Not all of them, but most of them are so dramatic. And you just find yourself, if really we are to sit down and talk about the sufferings that people have gone through with in-laws, it's and you are abusing this person that is going to carry children that are your family. Now the moment you start breaking this person, it just draws back to children's. It draws back to children's. If we are to just if people are to bring the in-law drama stories, it's just unnecessary. If we learn to love each other and build good relationships, our children then are gonna have good relationships with everybody, which is a good thing, you know. Ish. Yeah, I really felt the need to talk about relationships in families, keeping the importance of keeping good relationships and how bad relationships can really affect our children. We need to work on this. We need to learn to be respectful towards each other. We need to learn to be accommodative towards each other. We need to learn to be helpful where we can. This is not by force. It's a willingness. It comes from the heart with one another, where we have and where we also have excess. We can assist one another, because really our children, we just want the best for the kids. We are the parents now that wants what's best for our kids in terms of education, in terms of good schools, in terms of food. We want them to eat the good food, but we are fighting one another too much, and this is not healthy for the kids. We do not want our kids to grow up knowing too much hate. We want our kids to know love, to know forgiveness, to know family bonding, to know the importance of family. We live in a world now where families were put together only by either one grandmother, or one grandfather, or one grandparent. And then now everybody goes there to meet there. But the question is, should that grandmother goes, God decides, come my person, then people break down. People break down. We wouldn't have anywhere to meet anymore, or anywhere to gather anymore, because that grandmother is no more. What are we doing about it? That grandmother was once a child, was once a married young person, or a mother, just like we are. But that grandmother or that grandfather put family together, was able to accommodate not because everybody was perfect, but because they were willing to accommodate people. But because no one is going to be perfect, we are not perfect ourselves, so we cannot expect other people to be perfect. We must just learn to accommodate each other with our flaws, but let us also learn to respect each other. Respect is very important, and good communication. Don't talk to people like they're supposed to be afraid of you, like, or they are supposed to be your children. We are elders. So, but this must come on both sides, and let us build good relationships, because the way we are now is questionable for the future. That what we cannot want to introduce me, my husband, my kids, and I. That thing does not work. We live in a world with people. It's never going to work. We just have to learn to accommodate each other where we can. I'm not asking for people to come and squander in your houses. No, be at your houses, but meeting up. Christmas used to be family meeting, and it used to be fun. But Christmas is not the same anymore, because we even have a family day. It's not as fun anymore, because it's you, your family. Now people are just drowning in alcohol at bars. People are just escaping. People are depressed. People are having problems because we do not want to love one another. Can we do better? Can we do better? And it is our responsibility also, just like our elders kept families together. Can we also try our level best to keep families together? Let us love one another. Let us keep the jealousy down. Let everybody, if one is doing good, let us all try harder to celebrate and want what is good want good for all of us, because if we are all doing good in life, imagine what we can do when we come together. You know, and yeah, really, really, let us double check our behaviors, because they might take away the one thing that is so beautiful. And so we are all looking for love, and now we are starting to look for love at the wrong places, because love is not at home. We are now starting to look for love at the wrong places, because love is not at home. If love, let us bring love home, so that we don't walk around looking for love at the wrong places, the wrong people, wrong friends, because we just want to be loved. And you know, let us not do that for our children. I personally am very happy and fortunate. I come from two loving families, and I just want the same for my kids and for the next generations and for the next generations to come. Let us not break what our parents uh, built. Love is very important. It's so beautiful. Let us not break that love, because it's so hurting, it's so heartbreaking when you see kids or elderly people longing for love because they didn't grow up in loving homes. It is our responsibility then to break that in those that we did, those that did not come from loving families. Let us break that and let us create something better for our children, because we know how much it hurts and we know how much it's not a good thing. And also for our children, us who came in the loving family, let us not break it for them. Let us build there, and let us also try to, you know, create something so beautiful for our children. You know, yeah, I think this is a topic that we can all learn from, all of us. And yeah, I think it's something that we can all learn from, and we can all learn from other people as well, more especially in the comment sections. I am willing to learn, because no one is perfect, guys. That is just something that I have to put here. No one is perfect. We are not perfect ourselves. We just need to learn to accommodate one another. Just as much as you walk around accommodating friends and strangers and colleagues at work, you must just learn to accommodate your family members. We cannot live in a world where siblings are not talking to one another. We are even setting bad examples for our kids. We are going to be in the house where kids are not talking to each other for years. What is this? And as parents, it is our responsibility to make sure that if you see your children not talking to one another, fix this mess. Because once you die, no one is going to fix this mess for you. And you're going to leave kids and your grandkids in the mess. So, and we die, hey? We die. So, should you die today? Should I die today? And I don't talk to everybody. Who's going to take care of my kids? How are the kids going to grow up? Things happens. We have accidents. We must not raise kids like you are here to stay, like you own the world. We are all visitors here. What if I die tomorrow? What if we die tomorrow and we leave our kids here? Who's going to take care of the kids if we don't have good relationships with people? If kids, how are the kids going to live if they don't have good relationships with their cousins? How? I think we live life way too much like we are here to stay forever, but we are not. But the way we raise children, we must raise them knowing that should I pass on today, they can also adjust and accommodate the situation, or people are going to be well with the kids because we have good relationships, not because we have been fighting and then now we are fighting and then now people are just taking kids by force, and then now kids are being abused, you know, because we never had a good relationship with them, the people, you know. And guys, I don't know if yeah, it's just something that came in my brain now, and I'm like, I think we should talk about this, because I just love to see kids together or playing together. It's so nice, guys. It's so beautiful. It's really beautiful, and I wish kids can just meet up more often like that and just play with one another, it makes them so happy, you know. And kids just wants to play rather than a child being alone in the house, bored, not being playing with other children's, just bored playing with the computer, on the cell phone, watching cartoons, just playing with toys. That is not life. That is not life. We have money to buy toys, yes. We have money to buy Wi-Fi, to pay for Wi-Fi's and these big screens, but that is not, that is not, that's not human, man. That's not how people live. People, but you can tell that when kids are laughing with one another, when they're playing with one another, they lighten up, they are happy, and you're like, wow, we are doing so many wrong things. We need to rectify this. A child alone in the house, just in a big TV, being forced to watch cartoons. That's why we're just giving birth to depressed children. So let us do better, guys. Let us do better, and yeah, let us try to maintain good relationships because it helps our children's bond. Okay. And let us not gossip one another. It's useless. And then when people gossips, let us not take those things to heart and to our head, because we are trying to maintain relationships for the children. So one day the gossipers will give up. They will talk and give up talking, because whenever, before you react, ask yourself a question: is this good for my child? Is it worth it for my child? If I react, how is it going to affect my children at home? I think we let us maintain relationships in that way, so that kids can have good relationships with other kids. And yeah, that's it from me. Do like to give your thumbs up and to comment down below. Let us talk about this further, and let us see how, yeah, let us see how well we can do, and let the good Lord be with us and guide us accordingly, because we need strength in this. It's too much hate and dramas going on. If you can please just, that would bring love to the table, that would really be nice, you know, where we visit each other and mind what we say to each other also, where we visit each other and then we leave. People must leave your house happy. People must not visit you and then they leave feeling a type of a way because you were just talking to them the way you want. You know, be respectful to people, accommodate people in a respectful manner, and then allow people to leave your house happy. Okay, that's it from me, and I'll see you guys in my next video.